how do we use these to create more club head speed? First things first is most people don't know when to create the torque or how to create the torque. So we're going to cover that and give you a couple of drills. When does it happen? Well, first thing first is as you work off of the golf ball, we want that lateral that we talked about or horizontal, which we talked about in the first video. That happens first as you work off the golf ball. Now, how much depends on the shot that you're hitting. Driver more than iron, and then obviously with chipping and pitching and putting, it's even less. But we want to see some amount of that. And again, you might be putting it to the ground. You may not see it because you might do it really quickly. But we want some more of that horizontal or that lateral force. Then once the lateral force has happened, then we're going to start twisting, and that is the torque phase. Again, as I talked about in that first video, if you don't have force plates, you can use cereal boxes, just any slippery surface. If I put these down on the ground and I make a swing on these, and if you do this again, start really slowly, maybe do one at the beginning to see what happens. But if you make a full golf swing, and this is what your feet look like on a carpeted surfaces, you're not putting any force in the ground. And therefore, you're not creating enough club head speed because you're not creating that force from the ground through your legs out to the club. If I make a practice swing with the cereal boxes, it would look like that. Because as I work off the golf ball, I am putting force laterally, and then I'm also starting to put AP force, so torque. Again, if I got rid of that lateral force, it would look more like this, right, as I work off that golf ball. I get rid of these cards, and I do that same motion, but because my feet don't slide out, I get the resulting twist action. This would be torquing in the ground. That's what we want in your swing. Now, what are we looking for? Well, in the trail foot, as we work off of that golf ball, what we want to have is we want that force, again, we've got a little bit of that lateral, and then we want that trail foot going out this way. So I want you to get comfortable, feeling like, okay, I'm gonna push this foot out, then you get rid of that card, and you push that out, and that's gonna drive this hip back. So we had combined a little bit of lateral motion with a little bit of that. And that's gonna keep you, if you're a trail post golfer, we're gonna cover this in the third video, that's gonna get you loaded up into this trail side, which is really good, that's what you want. Then as we get to about lead arm parallel in that backswing, we wanna make sure that we're shifting laterally back towards the target.